Hello everybody, my name is Ella Furzani. I'm a physiotherapist from Iran with 10 years of experience, and also because I live in Canada, I had to clear PCE in order to become eligible to work as a physiotherapist. I passed my PCE in July, and also because I would like to immigrate to US, I passed my MPT in July as well. First of all, I should express my special thanks to PCE Final Frontier Group and Dr. Ravneet Singh, my tutor, Madam Faiza Mastan, Certified Physiotherapist of Canada, and whoever was supportive in this team. They are amazing experts that provide you with all what you need for PCE exam. I like to share some of my experiences and the way I was studying that was helpful for me. Hopefully it would be helpful for you as well. The way I was studying was listening to the online sessions. So we had 3 online sessions, online lectures every week. The thing that I was doing that was really helpful was going through the same lecture subject in the previous cohort, because when you have the full bundle, you buy the full course bundle, you have access to everything. So for example, for each session you receive an email, separate email from Dr. Ravneet Singh mentioning that what's the subject of tonight's session. For example, tonight is other systems number 2. I used to go and find the same subject in previous cohort because you have access to recorded lectures. So I was listening to that to prepare myself. Also, we have access to daily readings. That is amazing. You have a very nice schedule. I used to go and read all what was needed as much as I had time. So I was mentally preparing myself to listen to the lecture. So when he was teaching, it was very clear for me what's the subject, and I used to participate as much as I could in the chat, which is really encouraging you to study more and more. The other thing that was very helpful for me was the bonus materials in the group. Because I was a physiotherapist in Iran and I was working as a neurophysiotherapist, the ortho part was very, very challenging for me, particularly the special tests. We had a lot of tests, and we have to be expert in all of that because we have many questions for the ortho. The thing that I did, because I'm old-fashioned person and I'm technophobe, so I prefer to have everything as like written material. So according to what Dr. Singh told us, sorry, that is very dirty because I read it many times in kitchen while I was cooking, so you can trace off food on that. So I printed everything from the modules and I started reading all the tests. Not every day, I couldn't do that because I'm a single mom, but at least once per week to become really, really expert in the tests because they are very essential. The other thing that was very helpful, I went through the modules, and for the upper and lower extremity nerves, I made another booklet for myself from the modules, from the bonus material. So these 2 things are very, very, very important. And also in the bundles, in the bonus materials, also you have like a summary of everything from Kistner. You can find it about upper extremity, lower extremity, everything. So I made these 3 booklets for myself, and I try to put all of them, a part of all of them, in my daily schedule, or at least on weekends to memorize them. You have to go through them many times, particularly if you were not an orthopedic physiotherapist. So that was very helpful to me. In the exam, they were very easy. The other thing that I used to do was going through the exam bundle. You have access to the exam bundle when you have the full course. So as Dr. Ravnit was keep emphasizing on practicing the exams, I used to, for example, take the short version of the exam, for example. It is 50 questions. So I used to take exam for 1 hour, look at my results. Then you have access to rational. Doesn't matter you answer the questions right or wrong. Go through all the answers. Write what is new for you as like flashcards in a notepad, in a notebook, because some parts are not included even in Kistner. They are from Sullivan. They are from other materials. They are randomly something new, because in the exam, in PTE, in PCE, in MPTE, there are a few questions that are quite new for you. And sometimes you can find the answer in the explanation of the answer of the exam questions, because it is very nicely explained in detail with the reference in the answers of the exam questions in PCE Final Frontier module that you have access to. So, for example, if you take an exam, go through all the answers and read them one by one. So it should be added in your daily schedule from the time that Dr. Ravnit or your tutor is telling you start taking the exams. So don't just take the exam. It is good, but it's not enough. The other thing is making the flashcards. Sorry, some of them are quite Persian, but I will show you, for example, one of them. For example, in one side write the questions, in one side write the answers, make the flashcards every week. Dr. Ravnit will tell you how in detail make it. Whenever you are in the lunchtime of your workplace, whenever you are in gym, walking on the treadmill, whenever you're walking outside, have a few of them in hand and try to practice that. He will teach you in detail how to go through that. They are very, very helpful. If I turn my camera, you will see around the living room, I put some of them on the wall. They should be in front of your eyes every day. Some notes on the wall, flashcards. Some materials are quite new for us coming from Eastern universities. They are not taught in our universities. We should see them every day. Okay, so I had two bundles that were really helpful. One was the lectures that I had. My daughter put all the stickers on that. And the other one for the daily readings. Daily readings are very important. You can have access to daily reading schedule very nicely. It is mentioned how many pages, which page. You have access even to the PDF. If you don't have access to the references, you can have access to everything. Read them. I remember I told Dr. Ravnit that I don't have time to go through readings, and he answered me, Elahi, we cannot think, and we cannot predict exactly which part is in the questions. So try to read everything. And he was right. He was right. Anything can be questioned in the exam. So please, please, please read the daily readings. Please go through materials and practice them as much as you can. Read them. Everything is important, and you can find everything in the Final Frontier group. And the other point, please have a daily schedule. I am a single mom. I had to work to survive. I have a little daughter, and I don't have anybody to help me. By recommendation of Dr. Singh, I decreased my day, hours of work, but still I had to work overnight for my overnight job. But the thing that was very helpful, I had a daily schedule. I made a sample for you to show you. Look at this. I have the daily schedule for every day. It's just a sample. I put all what I want to do every day. For example, I like to read Kistner every day. I went through, for example, a lecture, question, exam, all what I like to do. And I put, for example, 2 hours for this, 1 hour for this, 3 hours. Mention how many hours you want to have an approximate idea how many hours you want to study. Okay. I couldn't write, for example, 8 to 10, 10 to 12 because I had a child and sometimes something happens unexpectedly. But at least I was writing how many hours I need, okay? And whenever you finish it, you see, I put done. For example, this part was left for this day. Something happened, I couldn't read it. I put Saturday for finishing all what was left from the daily schedule, because Saturday you have online class in the morning of like the time of Canada and US. You have 2 and a half hour class. So the rest of the day was for finishing daily schedule. Okay, so have a daily schedule. I strongly recommend, particularly to those who have families, who have children, you have to have a schedule. If you don't have daily schedule and you miss some parts today, they say that's okay, postpone it till tomorrow, but you forget tomorrow. Or you say, oh my goodness, I have to finish yesterday, and then you cannot catch up with the schedule that you have tomorrow. But when you have a schedule, it has two benefits. One, you go through everything you want, and if you miss some part, you can do it on Saturday. And the second positive effect is you don't have a stress, because you have to study a lot of materials. And when you think about that, particularly when you sleep at night and wake up in the morning, you get a stress. But when you have a clear schedule, you know that in this period of time you finish this. So you don't have that much stress, which is very important. So that was about the cards. Okay, I forgot to tell you a very important thing. Tutoring sessions, mentoring sessions, they are very important. I asked Dr. Ravnit if I need, and he said, I don't want to push anybody, but it's very good. And he recommended one of the best tutors, Madam Faiza Mastan. And she was amazing, you know. It was one-by-one tutoring. Depending on your condition, he will recommend you what to do. And we had, for the subjects that was my weakness, we used to go through them, and she was explaining more in detail, because sometimes some parts are not from Kistner, some parts are not included 100% in the classes. They are extra. Usually they are not in the exam, but nobody can 100% predict what is in the exam. According to their experience, they will offer you the best. But as more as you know, it will be that more helpful. So for me, it was very helpful, particularly for my ortho part and for cardio rehab part. She was amazing, and I got a lot of information that was really helpful beside my classes and beside the whole package that I had. So that was the other thing that I like to mention. One of the last points, but one of the most important points. Please put everything that is distracting you aside, particularly for the last weeks, because this is just a period of time, but it is golden time. After that, you become free. Now it's a couple of days I took my exam, and now I did everything I like to do. And today I was telling myself, I did everything. Everything is done. So everything is waiting for you after the exam. Exam time is exam time. I didn't watch TV for a couple of months. I can tell you that I closed many of my online apps. I tried not to go to Instagram for the last days. I tried not to go to Facebook as much as possible. Please sit and concentrate in the library, in a room. Ask your partner, ask your husband, ask your family to understand your situation if it's possible. For me, I couldn't ask anybody. I was alone, but I tried my best with the schedule to study from like midnight to morning, the time that my daughter was sleeping, the time that I was not working. So find a time that you can concentrate. This exam needs a lot of concentration. And for the last weeks, try to put anything that distracts you aside. If you are dating somebody, ask the other party to meet each other, to see each other less. You need to concentrate. If you like to watch something, put it aside. It's not time for such things. You have a lot of time after exam. It is your golden time. You need a lot of concentration. The last weeks are the most important time because you want to summarize everything. And another point, please have some physical activity per day. 10 minutes of walking, 15 minutes of walking on treadmill. If you have access to gym, go to the gym with your flashcards. Go walking with your flashcards. If nothing is around you, in your apartment, in your room, just do some cardio rehab exercises, some aerobic exercises, but do something. And put a short period of time for yourself, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, early in the morning, at night. Relax your mind, do meditation, do yoga, drink a cup of coffee, listen to a light music, relax your mind. It's a stressful time, but you should keep yourself as relaxed as possible, because it's very important part apart from studying. You need to be mentally relaxed to be able to help your mind to absorb whatever that is needed. And the last point, trust on PCE Final Frontier. Dr. Ravneet is available in Telegram, in any sort that he lets you have access to him. He guides you in the best way. Your tutor is available. My tutor was available all the time I needed. Whenever I was asking a question in WhatsApp, she was responding me, although she's working, although she has family, although she has children, she was responding me. Madame Ruchi, for ethics, for any parts that she's teaching, she was available all the time. All the Final Frontier group are available. They are very open. Please listen to them word by word. Do all what they ask you to do, step by step. They are beside you. They are with you. They are supporting you till the last minute. Trust on them, but please don't skip any point. All what they tell you is really essential for the exam. Please study as much as you can. Please concentrate. Please relax at the same time. And trust on PCE Final Frontier. You will pass. Again, my special thanks to Dr. Ravneet, Madam Faiza Mastan, and all the supportive group that if I was not having access to them, I'm sure that I couldn't pass the exam, because it's a really challenging exam. Thank you for listening to me, and have a wonderful day.